This morning we are honoring the children that didn't make it home while attending the St. Mary's Indian Residential School and the St. Paul's Indian Residential School.
We want to honor, acknowledge the 76 that we know of. There's more.
For Allen White Horse Medicine. In doing that, we celebrate their spirit, we celebrate the families, and we celebrate our cultural resiliency and survival. For me personally, honoring my parents, that helps me move forward.
My grandparents went to residential school. My parents went to residential school. All of my siblings went to residential school. I have 9 siblings. I went to the St. Mary's Roman Catholic Residential School, just north of here. We never learned about our own history. We learned about somebody else's history, somebody else's culture. We never learned about our own. We were taught a different language, which we learned to speak. We learned different values. We were taught different beliefs, systems, philosophies, different customs and traditions. And so that's why many of our people, for me, in working and in going through my own healing journey and helping people through their healing journey, this is what's missing, is their identity of who they are.
The majority are survivors, and those that didn't attend Indian residential schools, we are children and grandchildren, so we are victims of that, as we inherit many of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
But I didn't teach my children because I was made to believe that it wasn't good to speak Blackfoot. And so I didn't teach them. So I think they got the worst end, they got the dirty end of the stick, because they lost their language, their culture, their beliefs, their values, their traditions, their customs. And some of us did not continue to teach our children. And today in this generation, that's what we're trying to do. All schools, to me, I think it would be important if they had a curriculum about our history, the First Nations people, the Inuit and Métis, their history, and what happened to them. And I think the intention is, if they were aware of this, maybe then they could understand us and would be able to develop a good relationship with other cultures.
And right now we want to create healing, we want to create change, we want to create awareness in our community. We want to come together as a collective the way we always have. We are survivalists, not just from Indian residential schools, but since our time here on the earth we walk upon, we've survived the elements, we have survived cold winters, we have survived starvation, we have survived disease. We will continue to survive. It is meant to be. Not only are we resilient, we're also forgiving. And when we remember our traditional cultural ways, when we go back and practice our spirituality, the ceremonies, then we know that we are supposed to be here